Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young boy named Timmy who loved to write stories. One day, while exploring the attic of his grandmother's house, he discovered an old, dusty pen. The pen had intricate carvings and a shimmering aura that caught Timmy's attention immediately. Curious, he picked it up, and as soon as he did, the pen glowed brightly. Timmy felt a sudden surge of energy flowing through him, as if the pen was alive. He decided to test the pen by writing a simple sentence on a piece of paper. The sky turned a brilliant shade of purple, Timmy wrote, and to his amazement, the sky outside his window changed color. Realizing that this was no ordinary pen, Timmy was filled with excitement and a little bit of fear. He decided to show the pen to his best friend, Lucy, who lived next door. Lucy was a curious and adventurous girl who loved exploring new things. When Timmy told her about the pen, she was skeptical at first but agreed to see it for herself. They sat down in Timmy's room, and he demonstrated the pen's power by writing. A beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky. Immediately, a rainbow stretched across the sky, filling the room with colorful light. Lucy's eyes widened in astonishment, and she couldn't believe what she was seeing. "This is incredible," Lucy exclaimed, jumping up and down with excitement. Timmy and Lucy decided to explore the pen's powers further by writing different things. They wrote about a talking dog, and suddenly, Timmy's pet dog, Max, began to speak in a deep, friendly voice. "Hello, Timmy and Lucy, what a wonderful day it is," Max said, wagging his tail happily. The two friends were thrilled and spent the whole day writing and creating amazing things. They wrote about a magical forest, and their backyard transformed into a lush, enchanted woodland. Trees with glowing leaves and sparkling rivers appeared, and they could hear the sounds of magical creatures all around them. Timmy and Lucy decided to take a walk through the magical forest, discovering new wonders with every step. They encountered fairies, talking animals, and even a wise old owl who offered them advice. The owl told them, "With great power comes great responsibility. Use the pen wisely, young ones." Timmy and Lucy nodded, understanding the importance of the owl's words. As they continued their adventure, they stumbled upon a hidden cave in the forest. Inside the cave, they found a treasure chest filled with gold coins and jewels. However, they also found a mysterious scroll that warned them of the pen's dark side. The scroll read, "The pen can create wonders, but it can also bring disaster if used recklessly." Timmy and Lucy exchanged worried glances, realizing that they had to be careful with the pen. They decided to return home and think about how to use the pen's power responsibly. On their way back, they saw a group of tourists who had wandered into the magical forest by accident. The tourists were lost and frightened, not knowing how they had ended up in such a strange place. Timmy quickly wrote the tourists find their way back home safely, and the tourists were instantly transported back to their hotel. Lucy smiled at Timmy, impressed by his quick thinking and kindness. "We can use the pen to help people," Lucy suggested, and Timmy agreed wholeheartedly. They spent the next few days writing stories that brought joy and happiness to others. They wrote about beautiful gardens and barren fields blossomed with flowers. They wrote about peaceful nights, and the village slept soundly, free from nightmares. One day, Timmy's father told him about the struggling bookstore in the village that was on the verge of closing. Timmy and Lucy decided to help by writing, "The bookstore becomes the most popular place in town." The next day, the bookstore was filled with customers, and the owner couldn't believe his eyes. Books were flying off the shelves, and the store was saved from closing down. Timmy and Lucy were overjoyed, knowing that they had made a difference in someone's life. However, as time went on, they started to notice that the pen's power was affecting them in strange ways. They began to have strange dreams and felt a constant pull towards the pen, even when they weren't using it. Timmy started to wonder if the pen was controlling them instead of the other way around. He remembered the warning on the scroll and began to worry about what would happen if they continued to use the pen. Lucy noticed that Timmy was becoming more withdrawn and decided to confront him about it. "Timmy, I think we need to take a break from using the pen," Lucy said gently. Timmy nodded, knowing that Lucy was right, but he couldn't shake the feeling that the pen was calling to him. They decided to lock the pen away in a safe place where they couldn't be tempted to use it. For a while, everything went back to normal, and Timmy and Lucy enjoyed their time together without the pen. They went on fun trips, explored new places, and made memories that didn't involve magic. They visited amusement parks, went hiking, and even tried out a new ice cream parlor in town. Despite all the fun, Timmy couldn't help but think about the pen and the incredible adventures they had shared. One day, while they were sitting by the lake, Timmy finally spoke up. "Lucy, I miss the pen. I miss the magic," he admitted, looking down at the water. Lucy sighed, understanding how he felt but also knowing the dangers that came with the pen. "Maybe we can use it one last time, just for something good," Lucy suggested cautiously. Timmy thought about it and agreed, but they both knew they had to be careful. They unlocked the pen and decided to write a story that would help everyone in the village. They wrote, "The village prospers, and everyone is happy and healthy." The effects were immediate. Crops flourished, businesses thrived, and everyone in the village felt a sense of joy and contentment. Timmy and Lucy felt proud of what they had done, but they also knew it was time to say goodbye to the pen. They decided to take the pen back to the cave where they had found the scroll. When they arrived, the wise old owl was waiting for them. "You've done well, young ones, but now it's time to let go," the owl said kindly. Timmy and Lucy placed the pen on a pedestal in the cave, and as they did, the cave began to glow. The pen vanished in a burst of light, and the cave returned to its original state. The owl thanked them for their wisdom and courage and told them that the pen would be kept safe for future generations. Timmy and Lucy left the cave, feeling a mix of sadness and relief. They knew they had made the right decision, even though it was hard to let go of the magic. As they walked back through the magical forest, they noticed that the enchantment was fading. The trees returned to their normal appearance, and the talking animals became silent. By the time they reached their backyard, everything was back to normal, just as it had been before. Timmy and Lucy stood in the backyard, looking at each other with a sense of accomplishment. They realized that they didn't need magic to make a difference in the world. The true magic was in their kindness, creativity, and willingness to help others. They promised each other that they would continue to do good in the world, with or without the pen. The next day, they wrote stories using regular pens and shared them with their friends and family. Everyone loved their stories, and Timmy and Lucy were happy to see people smiling because of their words. They started a storytelling club in the village, where kids and adults could come together to share their tales. The club became a huge success, and soon everyone in the village was writing and sharing stories. Timmy and Lucy were proud of what they had started and felt fulfilled in a way that magic couldn't provide. They realized that the best stories came from the heart, not from a magical pen. As they grew older, Timmy and Lucy continued to write, and their stories inspired many people. They traveled to different places, sharing their stories and meeting new friends along the way. Their adventures as storytellers took them to far-off lands, where they learned about different cultures and traditions. They became known as the wandering writers, bringing joy and wisdom wherever they went. Even without the magical pen, Timmy and Lucy knew that their words had the power to change the world. They wrote stories of hope, love, and kindness, and their legacy lived on in the hearts of those who read them. In the end, Timmy and Lucy realized that the real magic was in the connections they made with others. The magical pen had been a gift, but it was their own creativity and compassion that truly made a difference. And so they continued their journey, hand in hand, knowing that their stories would live on forever. The village flourished with the spirit of storytelling, and Timmy and Lucy were celebrated as heroes. Their story became a legend, passed down from generation to generation. The magical pen was never seen again, but its legacy lived on in the stories it inspired. Timmy and Lucy lived a long and happy life, always writing, always creating, and always making the world a better place. And as they grew old, they knew that they had discovered the true magic of life, the power of a kind heart and a creative mind.